Well, well, well. Good evening. And what do I have here? Looks to me like I have a little lost traveler in my midst. Oh my goodness. Oh well, thank you for your concerns about my assets. But I mean, is that really how you introduce yourself to a girl? My. I wonder how I got so lucky to have such a cute traveler as yourself in my presence this evening. Oh well, thank you for asking. I am doing rather well, actually. I think I'm doing much better now that you've wandered into my forest, that's for sure. Oh, my name? Well, my name is Nessa Noxx. Yes, these horns in my head mean I'm a succubus. And lunar naiad, actually, but that's neither here nor there. What am I doing here? Silly, silly, this is my forest, and you just happen to have wandered into my domain, but it is rather rainy this evening, is it not? I hope you're not too far from home. I mean, you look quite wet and cold. But aside from you being dripping and trembling, how are you, my precious little traveller? I hope you're doing well this evening. Oh. Well, it sounds as if your travels have been quite dangerous if you're losing fingers. Luckily for me, I still have all 10 of my talons, and these talons do have a few little extra things that they can do, but that's neither here nor there. I hope you are okay. An umbrella. My. That means that we wouldn't be able to feel the glorious rain on our skin. And I do so love wandering in the forest in weather like this. Me? Well, today I've been relaxing. I wasn't expecting the weather to be so arduous. I was expecting a relaxing evening, but I might just have myself one of those in store now that I've met you. Now, you do look like a sodden little puppy in those garments. So, I do have somewhere nice and warm that we can relax if you so choose. Would you like to take my hand with the fingers that you have left and adventure into the forest with me? Come with me. Well, this is a little spot that I've discovered recently, and I think it's just oh so cozy, don't you? Oh, this little guy next to me, don't even mind him. He follows me around. He's quite a good little soul. But, I mean, if things do get a little bit more intimate, I can always send him away. It's fine. Ooh, a hug already for me. That does feel rather nice. Thank you. I'm not used to such affection. Normally people take one look at me and run in the other direction. Well, the ones that have any common sense, anyway. My accent is a little bit of a mixture. As I'm a naiad, I tend to spend quite a lot of time in quite a lot of waters. But I have spent most of my time around the waters of Australia. I think they are just divine. So my accent is, well, I would say mostly Australian, but I have spent plenty of time in the ethereal waters of the United Kingdom as well. Well, my bloodline has anyway. Mwah. A kiss as well. Oh my goodness, this affection I'm not used to. But I am so very glad that you're the traveller that got lost in my forest this evening. My voice. I hope you enjoy my voice. I've been told that it is quite effective when it comes to certain things. And when it comes to souls such as yourself, I don't know, I must feel something just come over me. And I just have to let my seductive side out. You don't mind, do you? I mean, I can back it up if you'd like, if you'd feel a little bit more comfortable. It would not surprise me either. Yes, Australia does have quite the number of deadly things, but luckily for me, I have made friends with the marine life in the waters. They're not too dangerous for me, which is nice. Oh, sweet thing. Well, that's okay if my forest isn't for you. You can venture back out into the rain, and I do hope you keep your wits about you and stay safe, of course. But my lagoon, my lair, it is completely safe and relaxing for the souls who wish to stay, that is. I believe you mortals use the term danger noodles for serpents. Yes, I have quite a number of serpent brethren. They do not enjoy the wet weather as much as I do. They say to me that they are quite slippery enough without the mud and the grime, so I leave them to their complaints. They hiss and moan, and they are rather good company when the weather is nice and warm. And when it rains, they're quite the sooky bunch of serpents. Yes, you are quite the well-informed traveller, aren't you? I wonder where your knowledge comes from. But as little of them as I have encountered, yes, incubi do exist, and yes, they are the male form of succubus. And they obviously have talents that I don't have, but I have quite the good review history. Traditionally, a lagoon might not be the safest place, but trust in me, just in me. I am here to make sure you are relaxed and everything is safe. Yes, jungles aren't too much of my preference. I do prefer the quiet solitude of the forest, and the relaxing breeze in the woodlands. The smells and the sounds are just so soothing. And personally, if there were any spiders near to me the size of my hands, these hands, ooh, I do not know that I would be making friends with them so quickly. I have such a love for my animal brethren, but spiders are just very creepy crawly. I am just genuinely not sure when it comes to the arachnids of the animal kingdom. I do my best to make friends with absolutely everybody, but it's neither here nor there whether I have preferences. Well, good evening. Thank you for asking me. I am doing very, very well. And as I said, now that you're here with me, I mean, I feel so much better. Succubus very rarely get company, you know. I wonder if it's just the weather that sent you my way. And once the rain ceases, you might not be as keen to stay with me. And I mean, if that was the case, I think I would probably have to do everything in my power to make you stay with me, because your company is just so lovely. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm forgetting myself. Now, you're looking just as cold as you were before, even though I've brought you into the cover of the lagoon. Are you sure you don't want me just to move a little bit closer and keep you warm? I mean, I don't mind. My armor may look sharp, but I promise I am quite comfortable to snuggle. And I mean, I suppose I can warm you. I can find something to eat you up. The fireflies, they're so cute, aren't they? I love the way that they flutter and shine. They do love to relax in here, just as I do. We'll stay after the rain is gone. Oh, thank you, traveller. And no complaints either. My goodness, what good company you will be. So, I mean, I do have magic, but I'm not sure that creating a campfire is in my capabilities, so maybe I can just move a little closer. Over here, next to you. Is that okay? Well, I'm very glad you won't complain. Some of the souls that I've had with me of late have been quite the crazy bunch. Some of the dark jokes that they've been telling me. There are so many creative souls among them, but my goodness, are they chaotic. So I am very glad to be spending the relaxing night tonight with you. I could try to harness some of the power of the fireflies to warm you, but that would mean sacrificing the fireflies' lives, which I don't think we need to do at all. I can just be here nice and close to you. Keep you warm. Let you know that you are possibly one of the most attractive travelers that I have come across in quite a long time. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be so forward. I just feel like if I don't take the opportunity now, it might be wasted. Your hugs do feel so good and so warm. I mean, if this is what humans get to do all the time, maybe I've been missing out. Here I am in my lonely little lair, just thinking that humans have it boring. Apparently not. Over in the villages, they are snuggling and kissing, and I am missing out on a whole heap of affectionate scenes. Dance? Oh, of course, I would love to dance with you. Take my hand, traveller. We can dance for a little while if you wish. My. I can't remember the last time I danced with someone's arms around me anyway. You dance very well. Are you sure you're just a traveller and not secretly royalty? You dance as if you're a king or a queen. It's not a wonder I'm getting so shy. Oh, vampires. Yes, I have heard of them too. And I might have encountered one or two of them on my travels. They're not as dangerous as everybody thinks, I promise. The ones that I've met are rather friendly, but perhaps they were friendly to me because I really don't have much of a soul to claim. I'm more in the job of claiming souls myself, so I think they feel a little underqualified in my presence. But I do love to sit and chat with them, pick up their mannerisms, and I mean, my goodness, if it means getting a little closer to your neck, perhaps I would have rather been a vampire than a succubus. I promise the respite from the rain won't cost you much more than a kiss, a cuddle, maybe a few headpats, and possibly your soul, but we'll just see how good you are. I do love that you've been so well behaved so far. Of course, you can have another hug. I hope I'm just as good to hug as you are. Dancing is one of my hobbies, as I said. I dance through the forest by myself. So I just flow with the music of the universe, the music of nature. I flow as if I'm water on land, and I allow the rhythm to gently pulsate through my body. Oh, whether you're a lowly commoner or a former lord of a dark kingdom, it matters not to me. I just enjoy your company. Just as you're enjoying mine. Yes, but I have seen your modern clothing, and some of it is quite cute. I will admit that it looks a little more protective than what I wear. Jeans. They look quite comfortable, but I have quite the squishy set of thighs on me. Unfortunately, I don't think a mortal set of garments would be quite appropriate for my figure. Shame, really, as some of them are quite gorgeous. A queen in disguise. It'll be our secret, I promise. It'll be just the secret between the two of us. Ooh, we love composers, we love writers, we love creative souls. I myself have had many a muse over my many a lifetime, and I personally thrive in artistic environments. The immersion, the passion, it's all quite intense, isn't it? And entirely up to personal interpretation, which I think is a blessing in itself. Oh, no, I don't eat souls, my goodness, but, I mean, if you are hungry, I can certainly conjure something. Well, I'm not often in the market of soul eating. I simply transmute them into energy for the world around me, but a hungry traveller? Would you like something to eat? I know that you mortals do get quite hungry quite quickly, especially in cold weather, and I myself am a little peckish. And I suppose I could always use your neck. But I do have other foods that I can summon for you, I promise. I'm not the Snaccubus for no reason. I am a different kind of succubi, as it happens. I am summoned to different energies. One might not call for me specifically, but their soul bears a mark that is as bright in the sky as those neon lights you have in your cities. I can see a tainted soul from miles away. I can smell it. I can taste it. But I can also tell a good soul, and I mean, for now, I think you're one of the better of the bunch until you prove me wrong. But I don't eat them. Oh, no. I am the Snaccubus, but I do not snack on souls. That's a little too mediocre for me. I prefer some of your human foods, actually. I might look like I have the trimmest figure in the world, but I have been blessed with the metabolism of a goddess. I eat quite a lot. I don't know what this schlurped is, but I don't know. Something like that. I'll dance with you again, of course. Da-da-da-dum. Da-da-da-dum. I love it when your hands are gently around my waist, and you can try to distract me with dancing. But I know you're probably hungry. Not a creative bone in your body, I doubt that. There are quite a few bones in the human body, in fact, and quite many of them creative. You just need the right muse to bring them out. Talons. Luckily, these talons do not get in the way. They're perfectly good for back scratches. They are absolutely wonderful for stroking your hair, stroking your back while we dance. Do they feel nice, traveler? You tell me, do my talons get in the way? They certainly don't get in the way of these loud animals of the forest, that's for sure. Macaroni and cheese. Let me see what I can do. Let me just see. Well, unfortunately, I am lactose intolerant. So, as hard as I just tried, I cannot summon macaroni and cheese. My gorgeous traveller, I'm not quite that talented. I'm a succubus, not a master chef. But I can pour you a beverage if you would be so keen. I happen to have summoned a vial of delicious juice, and the magic of this juice is that it can become the flavour of any fruit you desire. You simply have to imagine the taste of it on your tongue, and it shall be so. Potent and eerily calm. Yes, that perfectly describes my energy, traveller. You are quite the intelligent one. You notice quite a few things that I didn't think you would. It surprises me, and to be honest, it's quite attractive. A tail, my goodness, no, I don't have a tail. I think a tail would get in the way far too much. Unless it was a fairy tale, of course. The spiky ones that I've seen those other succubi walking around with, they're not too much my style. But fairy tales, however, I'm not sure if you knew that succubi have druid abilities. And we can, in fact, transform to have different tails if we so choose. If we are that talented. I have nothing against the succubus that have those spiky tails. They look absolutely delicious on them. But for me, I think it might make me a little less aquatically dynamic in the water as I travel. See, fairy tales, we do have them. Ooh, thank you for the huggies. Isn't my tail nice and soft? You can stroke it if you like. I mean, I wouldn't say no. Ooh, tail strokes feel kind of good. Ooh, and we can also, if we so choose, transform into other animals too. I myself have quite the special batch of tails behind me. I couldn't just be limited to one. Not in this form. I had to have, well, a few more than one, as you can see. Your lips are just as wonderful, traveller. Thank you for my kiss. Kyobe no Kitsune. Ah, yes. The fabled legends. There are a lot more kitsune out there than I am. I have various forms, but truly I am not a purebred kitsune. I have merely adapted to a few talents along my travels. I have been here for quite a while. But a lady never tells her age. Not unless she's absolutely scuffy and silly. Why would she let people know her age? My goodness, then she couldn't remain. What's a good age you mortals like? 20s? Early 20s? My goodness, we've not been early 20s for a long, long time. Which reminds me, traveller, you are rather gorgeous. I've not even asked you what you've done in your travels. Please, will you tell me about some of your adventures while I summon you your juice? I'd love to hear them. When it comes to adventures, I love to hear stories about magical places and magical beings, ordinary adventures, and stories about love and death and, well, animals, food. I like to hear about everything, really. Magic, mortals. It intrigues me all of it intrigues me. I can't even select one topic. Here's your juice. Make sure I don't spill any, traveller. And this is yours whenever you would like to drink some. I'll just put it down here for you. Now, what shall I summon next? In your travels, you've slain one of the 7 lost gods. Oh my goodness. And you survived? What a fierce warrior you are. Yes, never ever ask a woman her age. a man his salary, and your parents, where the money you gave them to hold on to has gone. I will advise that many of my previous travellers have made mention of a mattress that mortals sleep on. I have no need for one of those, but I think perhaps that's maybe where your brethren are hiding their gold and their treasure, personally. You've heard stories of me? And you've written a piece based on said legend. Godslayer in our midst, indeed. Yes, you defeated none other than Bazim Gorag, the Lord of Pandemonium. I see. He sounds like he was a fierce foe to face. And I'm so very proud of you for coming out alive, my goodness. Oh, you would like a kiss as well? Of course. There you are, my sweet, sweet traveller. Ah, yes, it is coming into evening, isn't it? Oh, it's getting darker and darker. You wouldn't know it because of the trees outside making it look like there's no rain at all. But we are sheltered and lovely and warm and safe and relaxed in here, aren't we? I do like it. Twitchy, oh, it's because there are just so many noises in this forest that sometimes they just make me a little twitchy. Never you mind, traveller, never you mind. Never mind. It wasn't easy, but his insides were delicious. I mean, my outsides are delicious, so I've been told. But that's neither here nor there. Gained a couple of scars. Can I can kiss any ouchies that you've got. If you've got an ouchie, I can kiss about her. I can kiss your scars. I can tell you what a fierce and brave warrior you've been, and how proud I am of you for having so many wonderful adventures. How is your juice, by the way, traveller? A bandage? I mean, I can wrap one of my tails around you, or I can simply wrap your hands in mine and heal the ouchies away. Is that what you'd like me to do? Heal your ouchies away? Let's do it. Give me your hand, traveler. Let me get rid of these. Let me get rid of these boo-boos. How's the juice? Can I have some? I would like to try this delicious mystery juice of yours. Succubi do get thirsty too. Absolutely delicious. Partial to apple juice. Cheers. Yes, as a matter of fact, I am quite partial to the juice from apples. It is not a wonder that you found some on the way here, because I made sure that I always have a fresh supply. The animals are quite a fan of them, and I must admit, so am I. It's just such a delicious juice. I also enjoy the juice from pineapples and strawberries and watermelons. And then all of them in combination are quite delicious. I believe it's what mortals call tropical juice. I like juice when it's tropical. Perhaps it's because I'm so indecisive when it comes to fruits and snacks and foods and drinks and everything. A dragon? Oh my goodness. They are huge. And you slayed one? Not a wonder you have so many scars, traveller. Well, tell me, was it a fire-breathing dragon? Was it a wyvern sort of dragon with much more of a attitude about him? Or was it one of your larger four-legged fellows who's got the booming voice and the oldly worldly way of looking at things? Ugh. They are dangerous, but they can be dreadfully boring. Take it from someone who has had more than a few glasses of juice with dragons. Dragons prefer blood, unfortunately, or gold, blood or gold. It's just a thing. Oh, you can nuzzle into my tails all you would like. Let me stroke you. Let me stroke your little wolfy dragon scaly skin. Upsides and downsides, of course there would be, of course. You've raised a dragon? Philomena, what a beautiful name, especially for a dragon. My goodness, I do have quite the penchant for dragons, a soft spot, if you will. As much of a soft spot as they have hiding under those bellies of theirs. And as few as I have encountered, I've enjoyed every single moment with them, even as dull and boring as some of them have been. You have to appreciate the chances with these bigger figures when you have them. Learn from their old scrolls, as it was. Yes, the amount of times that I've heard mortals crying out from villages here and there as I swim by because of a dragon attack. Humans have a saying, not my monkeys, not my circus, and I live by that saying. Monkeys are such sweet little animals, but I am not a monkey, and I do not wish to monkey around with them, so as much as I also have, well, I have another side to me that you probably should see. And it's totally okay. I don't mind that you've slain dragons, because they can be crazy. But along the way, I have also gained my own set of wings, and it just so happens that they are quite convenient for travel when I don't feel like being in water. Now, I have never attacked any villages. I do not breathe fire, and this is merely just a little taste of what I can transform into in my full druid energy. But I promise you're safe with me. I kind of just wanted to show them to you and maybe ask if you wanted to pat them. Or stroke them. It would feel really good if you did. Oh, she's shy. Oh no, that's okay. I used to be quite shy too. And then certain events happened, and well, here we are. Being shy in my world gets you nowhere. You really have to find what you want, take it, claim it for your own, and make sure it stays by your side. Oh, there I go again, I'm sorry, I just get a little bit crazy around you. I don't know what it is. Companion on your next travels? I would be honoured. Of course, of course. I mean, I can swim or I can fly, but I certainly won't be a hindrance if you choose to take ship. How will you be travelling on your next journey, on your next adventure? Will you be taking a big pirate ship? Will you be taking the scenic route and perhaps going on an adventure on foot? You'd best be careful. Make sure you take a pair of sturdy shoes. I have not had to worry about that in a long time. This armour is quite the sturdy set. I find dragons to be quite comical and quite rowdy at the best of times. My goodness, you make them laugh too much, out comes a little bit of fire. Ooh, there goes half your town. Be careful which dragons you tell good jokes to. Oh, you caught a salmon just with your teeth. Wow. You should allow me to prepare that salmon for you. Oh wait, that's right, I'm not a master chef, but I do have some other snacks if you would like to perhaps sit down and have a proper picnic with me. I think that's what you people call it. And while we're eating and relaxing together, you can tell me about more of your adventures. Yes, there have been quite a few around lately. I'll tell you this, for nothing. You're always safest to walk around in wet weather if you're trying to avoid dragons. They hate the rain. They hate it. It's because it makes their wings all wet. And that doesn't make it hard to fly, but it is quite annoying considering they're traditionally quite the dry animal, living in their caves and such. But it also means that the little fire-breathing ones out of them have a little less huff and puff. The rain makes it quite a bit more difficult to heat things up enough. So you are, in fact, quite safe here with me in this little lagoon. Especially now it's raining, because there won't be any dragons flying around. And the only dragon that's around is in here with you, and I promise you, if the wings aren't your thing, I can easily fold them back away. Ooh, your hugs are so wonderful. I think you'd rather snuggle than eat by the looks of it. It scares you when there's thunder. Oh my goodness, yes, I am quite the fan of thunder and lightning myself, but I know they can be quite the scary occurrence. They can bring out the nerves. I rather like them. But the animals get scared away too, especially the dogs. The dogs don't like the thunder. Not all of them. Philomena would play in the rain all the time, and then come home sniffing and cold. Oh, well, if it meant that she got to be snuggled and kept warm, I would be going out in the rain as well. My wings are beautiful. Thank you. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad you love them so much. Pet my horns. Oh, it's not an out of line request at all. In fact, I would very much love it if you pet my horns. If you just stroke them gently. That's generally the best thing. Don't tug on them. Don't be too rough. But I will let you pat my horns. Smooth and well maintained they are. I take quite a lot of pride in my appearance, I will have you know, even though I am not the kind of succubus that necessarily has to use her looks and charms to access a soul for transmutation. I still find great joy in it. And I think, by the looks of it, Traveller, you find great joy in it as well. Reminds you of the Battle of Hellfire Peak, where you defeated the vile warlock, Zargathrax. The wizards that I have encountered in my time pale in comparison to warlocks, and especially the ones of Hellfire Peak. You must be a very, very brave traveller to be able to have survived such an ordeal. Do you have any magical scars left on you? Surely you didn't walk away from a warlock unscathed. Of course, I had heard that rumour as well. Well, perhaps we'll never know whether it was Angus McFive, the 13th, or Dragon of the Stars that defeated the vile warlock Zargathrax. But I believe it was you. If you tell me it was you, I believe it was you. If anyone asks me, I shan't tell them any different. Oh, the pets are so lovely. It feels okay. It feels really good. I really like it when you stroke my horns. I just really like being close to you. Dancing has been lovely, and my goodness, the juice was delicious. Are you sure I can't summon you some snacks? Are you sure you're just happy enough with my company? Your sword has been broken. Mia. An absolute tragedy. I know not of any blacksmiths that I may take the weapon to, but it is my absolute belief that that sword will be repaired and be the claimer of many more dragons for many more moons to come. We shall have to find you a blacksmith when I return you to your village safely. Well, unless you plan on staying here in the forest with me forever. It is a very good evening, isn't it? I am enjoying it thoroughly. Oh, your hugs are so wonderful. It's so delicious. And the horn pats. Head pats, horn pats. It's all so good. You're being very affectionate with me, Traveller. What have I done to deserve such a lovely evening with you? It was a hard-won fight. It certainly was. And had I been there, I would have been cheering you on from the sidelines. Ferocious battles are meant to be fought, and certainly meant to be won by brave souls such as yourself. I do have quite long hair, don't I? I know. It's why they call me the Silver Succubus, actually. My powers come from the deity Artemis, herself, and being the goddess of the moon, she left her mark on me with my silver tresses of hair. They used to be raven. They used to be quite a dark shade of chestnut, in fact, but as time goes on and life happens, I had a bit of a change. And now my hair is lovely and long and silver and perfect for kneading. Oh, a blacksmith that can tinker with dragon bones? I've never heard of such a thing. But that must be a very rare talent, to work with dragon bone, dragon flesh, dragon tooth. They are quite hard materials as far as I'm aware. And for an adventurer to have claimed such a prize from such a beast, well, to find a blacksmith worthy of forging such a precious weapon, I wish you the best of luck. More powerful than any in the land. Well, should you create your sword and reforge it to be the most powerful in the land, then you shall come back and show it to me, yes? I wish to see this work of art, this masterpiece. Oh, no, I don't know of any dragons you can go and slay with it. Don't be silly. I couldn't betray my brethren in such a way. Unless one of them was annoying and flew over my forest more than 3 times a day, and I just let you know that his cave is a little westward from here. But you didn't hear it from me. You did not hear it from me. My routine is nothing more than... a morning prayer to my goddess Artemis and a quick dip in my ethereal waters. I know that mortals use all kinds of potions and concoctions to keep their tresses free of knots and silky smooth, but I have the blessing of the goddess upon me, so I need not worry, fortunately. It was it? Well, Goldilocks is lucky that she changed her name before I decided that I had an issue with it. That's a rumour that I did not hear, but it doesn't surprise me. She was quite the drama queen. And between you and I think the bears might have gotten a heads up from someone in the forest that they were having their house broken into. Once again, didn't hear it from me. The gossips and the drama of the forest are just so crazy sometimes, aren't they? Oh, another dance. Oh, my sweet traveller, of course. I will dance with you once more. I mean, I could dance forever. Perhaps I will keep you here with me, and we can dance forever. And I can just sway back and forth. Ooh. And you can stroke my tail and my ears and tell me how much of a lovely foxy succubus I am. Does that sound good? Yes? Or I can just be my regular self and we can just have a little bit of a wiggle. Not a horizontal one, mind you. I know exactly what you mortals are talking about when you ask to dance horizontally. And I'll save that for later. Mwah. That is for the scar on your face. Mwah. And that is for how much cooler it makes you look. You personally prefer magic rather than the sword. You and I both. I much prefer to use my magic over physical weaponry. I find it much more personal and less messy. Exactly. Many advantages over a swordsman if you are powerful enough. Yes, I agree. Power is entirely subjective. There's physical power, there's mental prowess, there is magical abilities, there is strength and fortitude in different aspects and ways, but when one has mastered themselves and knowing what boundaries they have, what things they are capable of, well, it matters not whether your power comes from your physical, your mental, or your spiritual. I think you are very, very powerful and have great capabilities of doing whatever you put your mind to. And even if your body becomes vulnerable, a little weak and exhausted, you can just lie down and relax with me. And there's no need for magic, there's just relaxation and snuggling and hugging and kissing and just you and I travel. Just you and I. More juice. Well, I think you're trying to distract me from being so close to you, but if you insist. A technique I have not heard of. My goodness. And this is quite the new information to me. But silence can be quite deadly, unnerving to the victims who are unaware. Anyway, why are we talking about such things? Why are we talking about such dark things? I would much rather talk about how delicious this juice is. Cheers. I don't know which is more delicious, your hugs or the juice. Now, I don't know about you, but I am starting to get a little bit peckish. And I am the Snaccubus for a reason. Now, I cannot summon macaroni and cheese, this is true, but I did summon your juice. So, is there anything else that you would request, traveller? Anything else that takes your fancy? I personally quite enjoy a good donut or a pastry in general. I have quite the sweet tooth, succubus. Thou feelest very peckish, and thou wishest to eat. Thou desires to summon food for thy traveller, and thou shalt do so verily at thou's request. My goodness, what a Shakespearean man or woman you are. I think that you're quite the well-travelled traveller by the sounds of it. all these adventures, slaying dragons and talking to me with such class, dancing with such royal skill. Are you sure you're not just a mere traveler? There's so many more secrets to you than you're letting on, I know. Rotisserie chickens. Well, as a matter of fact, let me see what I can conjure. Have confidence and faith in me, traveler. Let me see what I can conjure for you. I don't know what meat is going to be summoned, but I am capable of summoning some sort of meat, so let's just see whether it's a rotisserie chicken. It could be a, see what happens when I'm not sure of my magic. My goodness, it could be a chicken, it could be a turkey, it could be some sort of vulture for all we know, but if you are willing to take the risk, then I can attempt to summon you something large like that. I traditionally stick to snacks rather than larger meals, but I will do my best for you, my sweet, sweet travel. Fighting without mercy to your enemies, everything at your disposal. It sounds as if you have quite the mind for Warcraft, sir. It might explain why I'm so sweet. Oh, stop it. So besides healing and summoning food, what else can your energy do? My energy can soothe the soul or ignite the senses. My energy can make you feel things that you didn't know you could feel. My energy has the power to create and destroy worlds. TLDR. I think that's what mortals say. Now, let me see what I can conjure. We're getting into some chaotic magic here, traveler. You might have to take a step back, take a step or two back, just in case I disappear into the abyss and I reappear. See, I told you it could happen, but it's okay because I have reappeared with snacks, and I may not have been able to summon you a rotisserie chicken, my love, but I have summoned you what looks to be a paper bag, like a it's like a chest, but I can easily open it. There's what treasure is in here? Well, traveler, I have summoned some corn chips in some sort of fancy paper bag chest, so Oh, that little thing that I said. Oh, that little... Never you mind, never you mind. It's just a little simple world destruction. If I happen to feel like it on the day. It hasn't happened in quite a many 100 years. Honestly, I wouldn't worry about it. I wouldn't concern yourself. Oh, you know someone who creates entire universes? Well, at least he can be the janitor to some of the ethereal messes I might create. Oh, well, if you prefer the paper bag, I will happily eat the snacks that are inside. I could attempt to summon you a 10-course meal, but that could fling me into the abyss exponentially. So for now, traveler, if the best I can summon for you are paper bags of corn chips and glass jars of juice, well, I have found my skills proficient thus far, and I was not expecting company. So I have not had time to work on my magic and expand my skills, otherwise I would be presenting you with roasted chicken, with roasted potatoes and carrots, perhaps some parsnip if that takes your fancy, with a delicious side of Yorkshire puddings and a nice thick gravy to go over the top. Perhaps a side of cranberry sauce and apple sauce. Some crackling on the roast, depending on your meat of choice. We could have a delicious selection of cold meats and cheeses as hors d'oeuvres, and as dessert we could have a fine selection of fruits and chocolates. Does that not sound wonderful? Does that not sound delicious? Give me a few weeks and I will do my best to summon it for you. I promise. I know the lack of macaroni and cheese. Well, there might not be a spell to remove lactose intolerance, but there are ways around it. I quite enjoy a pesto pasta myself, and I have heard that they can be made with lactose-free cream. Sounds absolutely divine. Perhaps with a side of wine. Oh, and what if I told you I was secretly a chocoholic? Would you still care for me? Never fear, I am a little less of a chocoholic and more just a bit of a sweet-toothed succubus. I love sugary things, but chocolate I find a little too rich for me. But I have heard that chocolate can be used as an aphrodisiac of sorts, and I would never say no to trying that. I mean, if you would be keen as well. Oh, thank you for the head patties. Your hands do feel so lovely against my head. The way you stroke my horns. The way you stroke my hair. It makes me feel so relaxed. It makes me feel like there's no one else in the world but us. It makes me feel like I could spend all night here with you in this rainy lagoon. I wouldn't mind if you stayed here forever, gently stroking my head and talking about pasta. I wouldn't mind if you whispered sweet nothings about food into my ears. Oh, traveller, I'm so happy to have your company with me this evening. Are you feeling warm? Are you feeling safe? Are you feeling relaxed? I do love the sound of the rain and the feeling of how it washes everything clean and makes the environment feel nice and fresh. The smell of the world after it's rained is just so good, don't you think? You are a funny traveller, you make me giggle. Well, perhaps that's how I get my way most of the time, how I claim a soul to transmute. I just walk right up to someone and start whispering sweet nothings about 10-course meals in their ear, and they just melt. All of their defenses go down. A favourite. Oh, a favourite. I have a few I'm partial to. But anything with linguine is generally a winner. I am also partial to tortellini as well. And there are quite a few that have glorious, lovely shapes that I just more focus on eating them rather than learning what they are. Oh, get lost in my gorgeous eyes. Well, I mean, I can come a little closer if you don't mind. I can always come just a little bit closer. Is that okay? I'm not too close, am I? Good. Hi. You like my eyes? I really like yours too. They're a really nice colour. Easy to get lost in, and they really suit your face. They say that the eyes are the window to the soul, and if that is the case, then I very much enjoy what I'm seeing. I'm having a wonderful time here with you, traveller. And as I said before, I don't get very many visitors. So, why don't we have another little drink? Cheers to a fantastic evening with fantastic company. And just sit and talk a little more. I do love getting to know you, and you do have so many questions for me. It's quite intriguing. I'm not used to all this attention, if I'm honest, and I mean, getting it from you, that makes me feel kind of good. So, more juice? A waystone? Oh, darling, that would be wonderful. And then you could find your way to me whenever I pleased. Oh, yes, that does sound like such a good plan, traveller. You are quite clever, aren't you? I mean, if having all this rain means that she's staying here with me and we just get to keep on talking and relaxing and snuggling, I'm starting to hope that the rain never ends. Even if it means I can't fly around with my dragon wings. Prost. Do you know any other languages, traveller? I have always been intrigued by Latin chants and the enchanting flow of languages throughout the world. I have visited many an ocean, heard many an accent, but I can't quite place yours. Will you tell me what village you came from, or at least what that accent is? Hablo un poquito español. Oh, you speak a little Spanish. Ah, I did enjoy my time in the waters of Spain. Although that Spanish Armada do take up quite the amount of room in the shallows and the depths. And I'll be honest, I could have assisted them in quite a few of their adventures, had they been a little nicer to me whilst I was just trying to travel in the same waters. I don't know if they thought I was a fish, or didn't care to know what I was, but they do not have good sea manners, I will tell you that. You also know the draconic, abyssal, and diabolical language. Well, I would advise you to keep such powerful chants to yourself, traveller. Goodness knows what destruction you could reap on this poor world. Ah, the Latin chants that I enjoy listening to, unfortunately, are not pig Latin, my dear traveller, although I appreciate your enthusiasm. The sweet things you must be chanting, and I've not an idea of a word, but the melody itself is just so relaxing. That's what I thought. I thought it was quite obvious what I was, but as it turns out, after further interrogation of one of the shipmates of said armada, apparently I just looked like some big swirling silver mist in the water, and they mistook me for a monster. They didn't know what I was, and so rather than risk it, they decided to attempt to destroy me. Well, that lasted so well for them and their boats, didn't it? Anyway, change of subject. My traveller, I do love having you here. What's popping? Perhaps I could summon popcorn. Popcorn could be popping. Can you imagine how embarrassing it would be if I went to claim my next soul and held out my hand, and instead of magic, there was a fountain of popcorn? Oh, traveller, you are trying to get me into some sneaky situations, aren't you? I really do need to learn to summon less dangerous foods. Wouldn't be quite sure when all the popcorn had completed manifesting. Let me just stake it a little bit closer to you there. Hi. Hello. Hi. Agreed. I do love popcorn. I know that I say I have a sweet tooth, but I love a salty snack just as much as the next person. And you can take that any way that you like. But yes, I do love popcorn. And in those cinema things that you mortals have, my goodness, the popcorn prevalence there is, well, you would think that it's all you consume. I mean, perhaps that is a way that I could summon some popcorn for you, traveller. I could always take you on one of those, what do they call it? Dates? Two-way cinema, I believe that is the appropriate environment for someone who is sweet on the other person to do. I have heard it quite many times. I have seen it in many a movie. Not in the cinemas myself, but passing by mortal realms, you do consume quite the amount of content, and I think it could be quite sweet if we went to the cinema and watched a movie. Do you think my horns would get in the way of the people behind us? Do you think the people behind us would be angry? I love crunchy snacks. I myself even summoned a paper bag of corn chips earlier, traveller, if you remember. But at the time you said your fancy didn't really take you there. But I shall be honest, I mentioned I was peckish, and I'm a snaccubus after all, so you won't mind, will you, traveller? Home Alone? Well, is that a movie or an invitation? FNAF? FNAF? Yes, I've heard mortals speaking of this FNAF recently. It's quite the humorous thing, actually, to see these scary animatronic animals moving about and scaring the general public. But if they really knew what was good for them and they wanted a good scare, they would wander into my forest and encounter some of the animals that I've encountered. I'm sure nobody that has watched FNAF has ever encountered a fire-breathing dragon before, surely. Knock, knock. Is this one of those jokes I've heard so much about? Yes, robotic animals are quite the shock to my system. I am definitely not used to them being digital. Everything in my world is so organic, so natural, just with the flow and the order of things. And then I wander into the mortal realm and I see all these knife-wielding, gun-toting, robotic bears and bats. I know not of what you mortals find entertaining, but Oh, your place tomorrow, you and me. That does sound like a good plan. I wouldn't say no. Where is your place, traveller? Do you consider yourself to be a nomad? Do you consider yourself to have somewhat of spiritual home somewhere? And you travel and you come back to? I do have favourite spots that I return to after my travels in the many bodies of water around the world. I wish I had a joke to tell you, Traveller. But lately, the only joke has been the absolute loneliness that your succubus has had to deal with in this forest by herself. And it's the bad kind of joke, not the funny kind of joke. So that's why I'm glad you're here with me. Cuddle, I thought you'd never ask. If you would like, Traveller, I do actually have a nice secluded warm spot of my forest I can take you to, if you so choose to relax a little. I mean, sitting here with you in the lagoon has been quite luxurious and quite relaxing, but I can take you for a wander in my woods if you would like. If that would excite you. Your hugs are so wonderful. I could just get lost in them forever. You would definitely visit me more frequently. Oh, I think your company has been lovely as well. Oh, no more loneliness sounds so good to me. And I don't want you to be lonely either. I want you to be just as happy as I am. Oh, if you're going to give me affection, you better make sure it's aggressive. Loved and appreciated. Thank you, mortal. Thank you, thank you. Well, I think it's very appropriate if we go for a little wander in the forest. And I can take you somewhere much quieter and much warmer. And don't fret, there is no rainfall there. I have cast a spell, so it is a lovely little warm haven in the forest. But I feel like a little change of scenery might be suitable, and I am quite keen to show you some of my favourite parts of the forest. How about you stay here? You wait for me to return, and I will go and make sure the spell is still intact, that the ground is dry, the air is warm, and it is a beautiful little haven for us to snuggle and relax in, and maybe even fall asleep. And just know that you are safe here. There's nothing to worry about. I will know if anything in the forest tries to enter this lagoon, but you can just lie here and listen to the rain for a while until I return. I need to go make sure that section of the forest is also free of bears. And you can stroke my hair when I come back, when I take you to that part of the forest, okay? Promise you'll stay here and behave? I'll be back soon, mortal. And we are good to go. I have perfected this part of the forest. It is all nice, all warm, all safe, and all free of bears. Thank goodness. So now that we're here, and Glomp, would you mind? Thank you. Oh, you want to give me head strokes? That feels so good. The lanterns, yes. Like I said, Traveller, I did have this special place in the forest prepared for a moment such as this. Did I suplex some bears? I might have sweet talked some bears into giving me the room, as it was. So I hope you like it here, and I hope it is nice and relaxing. And you and I are just going to sit here and make sure that we can have a nice, comfy place to lie down and get nice and close. How does that sound? Does that sound good, Traveller? Well, it's a good thing you're not a bear then. I do like how protective bears are, though. How dangerous they can seem, but sometimes they're just big old teddy bears. I do quite like it in this part of the forest, and I'm glad that you like it too. I hope that you feel comfortable and warm. And Traveller, may I ask, are you mine for this evening? Is your company mine, as in, it doesn't matter if we fall asleep here together? Because I can just hug you and snuggle you and kiss you. You are very good at kissing, Traveller. I mean, you might be lost, but I've certainly found what I'm looking for. It is quite mystical here, isn't it? I love it here. I find it quite serene, quite secluded, and as I said, the spell that I have placed over this part of the forest allows me to wander without getting wet by the sky anyway. I'm sorry for being cheeky. I just can't help myself when I'm around you. It's something about your energy. It's just so captivating. Fall asleep, madam. I just awoke. Oh, then Traveller, you can just relax here with me. And when you feel ready to begin your adventure, start your day once again, you are more than welcome to tell me, and I will safely guide you back towards your village. I will make sure no other succubus gets her little talons on you before I'm done, and before you're safely delivered home. Of course, you must look before you leap. Is that not one of the most sensible things to do? Unless you are leaping into my waters, in which case, I mean, you can look, but it might not help you very much. Oh, but my hypnotic voice can do that. I do love hypnotizing you with my voice. I do love the reaction that I get being so close to you. Now, traveler, you can find a comfy spot wherever you would like. There are some mossy groves over there. There's a few little mushroom fields to the left and the right of me. You can go wherever is comfy for you. Can it also destroy sadness? I believe so. I would want to hope so. My powers may seem like they are a little scary sometimes. Just a little scary sometimes, but for the most part, I use them for the good reasons, the best reasons. I promise you, traveler, I promise. I wouldn't lie to you, would I? Yes, my magic is capable of destroying worlds. It is capable of creating them. And those worlds include mental worlds of sadness or happy places. It's a skill that I can show you if you so wish, if you desire to learn. If it's something that tickles your fancy. And you do seem like such a smart and intelligent traveller. I mean, I think you could put your hand to anything and accomplish great things. I think you're smart and capable. I think you're funny and very, very good looking. I really enjoy the time that we spend together, and you make me feel very, very special. A lovely giggle. Thank you. Thank you. As always, well, I am very grateful that you enjoy my dulcet tones. I quite enjoy yours. Although, I wish I could hear them more often. But I suppose in my dreams is enough. Oh, was that too cringe? I'm sorry. I'm trying to apply some of these pick-up lines I've heard from mortals. I hear them talking about Riz, and it intrigues me. I don't think I have any, but I mean, I can't be doing too badly if I'm sitting next to you, huh? You can come here anytime you like, by the way, traveller. I don't mind. A little forewarning, of course, so I can clear out the bears. Ah, thank you for the tackle hug. And you want me to try someone? You want me to try some of the pickup lines? Okay, well. I mean, it's not a wonder nothing was manifesting earlier when I was trying to conjure a snack because, I mean, goodness. I've got a whole buffet in front of me, an absolute feast for my eyes. Of course I couldn't conjure a tasty, delicious meal. I've got you. Might take me up on the offer. I would be so very sad if you didn't. After all, like I said, it can get lonely in this forest when people think that you're just some scary succubus. Or some chaotic gremlin or a goblin princess that just is scuffed all the time and wanders round from lake to lake just stealing souls, but that's not who I am. That's not who I am at all. Oh, if only people knew. If only people knew the real me and how loyal I can be. I can be so loyal and so loving and so caring. I can take care of you and I can conjure snacks whenever you'd like. I'll learn how to conjure macaroni cheese. well, sorry. It's that effect you have on me. I'm finding myself getting kind of possessive of you, traveller. I sort of don't want to let you go. Oh, I'm so glad it's comforting. Of course I love music. Yes, music. Music is the food for the soul, is it not? Music makes me very joyous, very passionate, ignites a lot of emotions within me, and I personally love a very good orchestral composition. Some of the pieces of art that I have heard throughout my lifetime, oh my goodness, the works on piano, on violin, the cello, absolutely magnifique. Grilled cheese, too good to be true. Well, I would do my darndest to summon it if it would make you happy. That's all I want, traveller, just for you to stay here with me, for you to be happy. And if macaroni cheese or grilled cheese or cheese dishes of any kind make you happy, I'll make them. I'll learn how to summon them just for you, just so you can smile. And just so I can look at you and know that I brought that smile to your face. Me and my cheese. Yonder succubus, it couldn't be me. Where? No, in this forest. Yandere just means that I've got a lot of passion and excitement for the potential of what things could be. I mean, you like it here with me just as much as I like it here with you, right? Right? Anyways. Yes, you do seem to have quite the cheese addiction, don't you, traveller? It's quite adorable. It reminds me of a lot of the field mice. As much as they nibble on the bounty of nature, they do quite enjoy when I steal them a wheel of cheese from an unsuspecting mortal. Those cheese wheels are quite huge, so I'm not surprised. It lasts them. It saves them from dipping into my magical snack stores. Oh, you are right. Oh, it's so nice to stretch. Oh, in amongst the mushrooms. Oh, and the moss. Grilled cheese and cuddles. And water, of course. Of course, my sweet traveller, I have your juice. Ready? Did you think I would forget it? No, of course not, of course not, of course not. I know you must be thirsty. And the juice is very delicious. Remind me again, traveller. It is magic juice, so it tastes like apple to me, but is that what you summoned? For all I know, it could be a delicious wine, and all I'm tasting is apples. I do aggressively drink my juice, I apologize. I'm aggressive with my juice, I'm aggressive with my affection, what can I say? I couldn't help it, you taste like juice and it's delicious. Apple with a hint of grape, I thought so. I thought that's what I could taste. Traveller, perhaps next time I can make you a cocktail, or I can travel in some tropical waters and find some delicious fruit that you've never tasted before. Perhaps I could make your fruit dreams come true. What fruit haven't you tried that you would love to try? Maybe I can make some magic happen. I myself do not like coconuts, but they are a strange cousin to the fruit family. I've travelled through many a jungle, a forest. Yeah, they're everywhere. Nature is my playground, and I've had quite a few coconuts drop on my head. One fell on my right horn, and it just started getting the coconut water all over me. Oh my goodness. I was just walking along, minding my own business, when all of a sudden, oof. So I personally have a little bit of a vendetta against coconuts. Oh, you don't want new fruit? Well, sometimes something that you've tasted before and you quite like is good to just keep on having over and over and over again. Oh, mango. Yes, mangoes do remind me of warm tropical islands and carefree times. Yes, they are beautiful, but deadly to behold. A lot of things in life are all the best things sometimes. Yes, there have been quite a few large cats that I have come across in these forests, but sometimes it's a little bit of a self-defense mechanism of mine to just and stay still and look cute so they don't attack me. Animals are normally my friends and we have a symbiotic relationship, but sometimes I am a little bit of a noodly succubus in comparison to these larger beasts. Dragons are quite scary, and one day I will be able to perfect my druid form and become quite a scary dragon myself, but until that day, I will make do with my kitsune form. The tails seem to act like a peacock. See, there you are again with your effervescent intelligence, traveller. Coconuts are the world's largest seed. Well, it's not a wonder I don't like them then. I'm not a bird, I don't like seeds or nuts. A really small cat. Oh, a kitten. Oh, I do love kittens. I love puppies. I love kittens. I love being a kitten, but don't tell anyone. You can't kill me. I'm too adorable. Oh! And you just freeze and stand still. And you put on your cutest face, you go, oh! And they don't notice you. It's a good tactic, trust me. Kittens do make quite adorable noises, don't they? Why, I've even been told that my purrs sound quite similar to a cat's. Sometimes. Not tonight, but sometimes. Ooh, scratch my ears, yes please. Oh, I love the ear scratches. See, they give me little twitches. Scritches give me twitches. Neko Noxx when? Neko Noxx who? Neko Noxx maybe. I have a secret to tell you. I have a secret to tell you, traveler. So say that I could already turn into a big cat. That wouldn't scare you, right? Alright, if I already had a druid form where I could turn into a lioness sort of sized big cat. Wouldn't scare you? No? You'd take me home with you? But you're already home. Oh, sweetheart, of course you are. You're here with me. You always have a home with me, precious soul. Oh, I don't ever want you to leave me. You can stay here and relax and fall asleep in my arms. Name it after me. Oh, traveler, you are so sweet. And then every time you give that kitten ear scratches, you'll think of me. Scratches and hugs, yes, I love them. A very big cat for petting. I've been told by some people that my cat form can be a little big and intimidating, but it's just more to love. It's just more to love. And I have a nice fluffy tail, and I think it's because my horns stay on my head when I'm in my cat form, but it's fine. I'm just nervous that it'll scare you when I turn into a big kitty. So maybe that's why I'm giving you the little taster of my kitsune first to see how you'd react. I promise I don't bite hard. I only bite just the right amount. Oh, traveler. I don't mean to moan and be silly. You have an effect on me, I can't help it. I am so glad that you've been spending the evening with me. And we've had such a good time chatting, haven't we? That now we just get to relax and listen to the rain and snuggle. I'm so glad to have you here with me. Consider it. I think so too. Oh, thank you. People always say I'm scary, but I really like to think of it as considerate. I figured if you weren't turned off by a couple of tails and a small set of ears, then me fully turning into a cat wouldn't overwhelm you at all. Oh, you want more kisses? I really do like your kisses, traveler. I really do think all your affection this evening has been quite what I needed. I love just sitting here with you. Just your company is enough. Just you are enough. And I think that even if you stay with me tonight or I send you back to your village safely, we're gonna have a lot of fun adventures together. I can't wait. I'm not gonna let you leave me for that long. Of course you can give me head scratches. I love the head scratches. Thank you. Thank you for being such a wonderful companion for me. I'm happy you can provide. It makes me happy that you're happy. Ankle biter. Rawr. Watch out. I don't think I'm short enough to be an ankle biter. But if you misbehave, I might have to bite something to teach you a lesson. I love listening to the rain. So relaxing. So relaxing just to lie down here with you. Snuggle you and wrap my arms around you. Feel your warmth and your presence next to me and just know that I'm safe because I'm with you. You misbehave? Never. It couldn't be you, could it? Cheeky traveller, I know you misbehave. Don't you tease me. I'd be disappointed if you didn't. Misbehave, that is. Of course I don't mind just lying here relaxing. Just being at peace. Just chilling out, as the immortals call it. What is that? Netflix and chill. I am not sure what that means, but the chill part I at least have. An adorable shapeshifter. I volunteer. I have many a form. I have my kitsune. I have my fox. You were talking about slaying dragons earlier, but I know you didn't mind my dragon wings, which was nice. And I don't think I've shown you my bat wings yet. I might keep that for our next date. Oh, I'm so glad I can help you sleep and relax. That's what I'm here for, traveler. I'm just here to keep you safe and warm while it's raining outside and help you get good rest. And maybe next time you visit me, it might be during the day and we can listen to the birds and the wind. Oh, I love the forest during the day. But tonight, the rain is around us and we are safe in my little magical bubble and it's quite nice in here, I'll admit. I should come in here more often when it's raining. Yes, teach me, please, please teach me. I would love to learn. I think you're probably one of the smarter travelers that's come across my forest. And anything I can learn from you. I mean, That would only make me as smart as Succubus, right? And then there are things that I could teach you. And they might seem a little crazy, but hear me out. They get the job done. So if you ever need any tips or tricks on how to deal with, the little depresso demons or bullies or just anybody giving you a hard time, you let me know. And I can help you take care of it, or I can take care of it myself. I don't even mind. As long as it's protecting you, I'll do it. Oh, there I go again. Why do you make me so crazy? I'm worried that I might get too crazy and scare you away. I promise that the craziest I get is over you. You are clever. I think you're really clever. Knowledge is a wonderful thing, and being able to share secrets and memories and knowledge is such a beautiful part of being immortal. And thankfully, as a succubus, I have lived many a year to be able to collect secrets and memories and knowledge of my own. And I'm happy to share them all with you, traveler. Oh, it's just so comfy here. Oh my goodness. Exactly. Crazy in love. Crazy in love. Crazy in lust. Crazy because I want nothing but you. And I'm worried that when the rain stops, that'll be it. But you'll come back to me. I know you will. I know you will. I don't need to get so crazy. You'll come back. Once upon a time, there was a Snaccubus named Nessa. Oh, traveler, don't be silly, don't tease me. That's not how the story ends. Well, it has a few times, but still, that's not how this story ends. No, no, no. I think we just get to live the happily ever after part. Don't be so silly. Besides, even if everyone did die, I'd make sure I kept you alive, because what would be the fun in being the last one left? Oh, imagine if we were the only two people in the world. Oh, that would be magical. Then we could just do whatever we wanted, whenever we wanted. And, oh, but then there would be no other souls to transmute and heal the earth. Traveler, I don't think that's ever a dream that'll come to reality. You might have to put that dream into the back of your mind. I don't think you can go destroying any worlds just yet. I wasn't the one who mentioned destroying worlds. Don't be silly, that was all you. Oh, you have a headache, my love. Just shut your eyes and just focus on your breathing in and out. In and out. And imagine that I am stroking your head, just like you stroked mine. Because now that you're right in front of me, I can. Give me that head of yours. Your hugs are so delicious. I really do love them. Are the head strokes feeling relaxing? Your hair is so soft. And there's nothing to worry about. And all you have to do is focus on breathing in and out. And every time you do, your headache is slowly going away. Every time I stroke your head, stroke that lovely soft hair of yours, you are slowly falling asleep. And your headache, any problems you have, are slowly dissipating and just going away. I'm taking away all of the anxiety, and I'm taking away all of the negativity. I'm taking away any thoughts that are distracting, and I'm replacing them with calm and peace and relaxation. Everything is okay and you are doing amazing. I think you're a really good person and you try your hardest every day. I think you deserve to be happy and you make me happy. I think you're a wonderful traveler. And I'm taking away all the negativity, all the headaches, all the heartbreaks. You're safe with me. Would you like me to keep on stroking your head, traveler? Or I can give you a kiss on the forehead. You're so cute. And you're very sweet. Oh, you can use them as blankets if you'd like. I don't mind. I have plenty of tails and plenty of blue for you, traveler. Thank you for saying so. I'm really quite glad that you like my ears, my tails, my wings. I feel so accepted by you. My horns don't bother you, and you don't get bothered when I'm weird or wanting to snack. You haven't minded when I've been chaotic or too cringe. That's a new word that I've learnt recently from you mortals as well. Soft and cozy. Yes, they are. Just like my love for you. Soft and cozy. You can melt into them anytime you would like. Anytime you need a blanket, you just let me know and I will wrap you up safe and warm in my tails. You're very sweet. Thank you. I think you're perfect just the way you are as well. I think that there's nothing about you that needs to be changed. You're very sweet to me, Traveler. You are so cute. And I'm glad my tails are keeping you warm even as the rain keeps on coming down. This spell is holding up quite well though, isn't it? I mean, maybe it's because I'm feeling quite good and quite strong right now that my magic is even stronger too. See? I might not be able to summon macaroni cheese or grilled cheese, but I've kept us dry and warm. And that's something. Traveler, would you like any more of your magical juice before you do fall asleep? I mean, if you're not going to have some, I might have some because it is so delicious. Delicious. I think the next time that we have an adventure together, Traveler, I'm definitely going to have to show you other parts of my forest. You have liked it in here, and I can see you slowly falling into slumber. But I have so many more places I can take you. I have so many more stories to tell, so many more adventures we can go on. And, I mean, you don't always know which succubus you might be encountering because, I mean, today I've shown you multiple facets of my personality. I don't know that I could ever just stick to one me, you know what I mean? We could pretend to have amazing adventures over the 7 seas. We could imagine that we are gods and goddesses atop Mount Olympus. We can imagine that I am coming home with you. I would definitely not say no to that. I know I'm starting to get sleepy too. I can't help that your presence is so relaxing. I can't help that I just love spending time with you. I think tonight has been absolutely wonderful. And there definitely will be a time when we meet again. You wouldn't disappoint me, would you? Oh, I'm so glad you're falling asleep in my arms. And you look so cute while you're doing it too. You've got such soft hair to stroke, and you make these cute little whimpery noises when you're happy. It's rather adorable. I think that we should just stay here for a little longer and relax. Just a while more before we both fall asleep. Oh, nothing. I was just thinking. Just thinking. About all the fun we're gonna have together. All the fun we've already had. I can't wait. You want me to keep stroking your hair? Of course. We can just stay here together. You're completely safe. Everything is okay. Everything is okay. You're so sweet and adorable. I think you've been such wonderful company for me this evening. And of course you know you can come here anytime, right? Now, traveler, I want you to keep on focusing on your breath. keep on remembering how amazing you are and just relax. Don't even worry about a thing. And just let the rain send you off to sleep. When you wake up, I'll still be in the forest. And I'll make sure I come and find you. If you do wake up before then, and you want me to take you back to your village, I can do that too. But I will watch over you while you sleep. Okay? I'll make sure everything is good. And I think maybe we could even do this next week. I mean, if you're not too busy doing important mortal things. You really are so sweet, traveler. So sweet and so adorable. Can I give you one last kiss? Sleep well, traveler, and sweet dreams. You really are the sweetest soul. Thank you.